to read in Matthew about the crucifixion and everything, and then how Jesus was crucified, and then he says, my Lord, why have you forsaken me? And then I was thinking, like, well, God will never forsake you, so why would Jesus say, why have you forsaken me? When Jesus was on the cross, he didn't, like, I thought for a while that he just, like, said, okay, I'm dying for your sin. Like, he was just a physical pain, but it was more than that. It was like, while he was on the cross, he was taking on sin, like, all the sin that we committed, like, he was taking that on, so that for the first time in eternity, he actually felt what it was like to be forsaken by God. God had to turn his back on Jesus because of all the sin that Jesus took on. And then the thing, like, I just started bust out crying because, like, man, we were the ones that sinned. Christ never sinned, and like since we sinned, he took it on for us, and then he had to go through all that stuff. Just understanding that my sin was what made God turn his back on Jesus. Sin was that bad that God had to turn his back on his only son for not even sinning, for taking on our sin. If Christ had to be beaten that much, and if he went through all that pain for our sin, like, there must be something really bad about us. It's know that we couldn't have been that bad, and he went through all that, and then he wouldn't have had to take on the sin, like, if we weren't that bad. So no, that's completely thrown out. Like, we were wicked. Like, man, like, it doesn't, like, you have to, God gave up his only son for our sin. Like, no, we were bad, filthy. I've been a lukewarm Christian my whole life, and like, I just started, like, really living for it. And then once I started to live for it, people looked at me like, oh, well, she thinks she's better than us, and she coming Bible thumper, and she's throwing the Bible at you, just all this stuff. And then, like, I would get calls saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you, and then, like, I'm gonna get somebody to jump you. And I'm an extremist at school. I'm an extremist because so many lukewarm Christians, they walk their lukewarm walk, and then people see them as Christians. But when they look at me, they're like, oh, that girl's too extreme. The difference, like, you can tell a real Christian because, like, I don't know, you just can see it. Like, just with their actions, like, you can tell they don't have a heart for the Lord. Because if they did, they wouldn't do the things that he hates. Like, a Christian will, the dudes that all bust out laughing at me, and the dudes that cuss me out, and the dudes that, like, call me out my name and spread rumors, they're all Christians. They're the lukewarm Christians. And me, like, I get in my word, like, at lunch and at nutrition and in homeroom, not so I can look like, oh man, like, yeah, I'm reading my word, just so, like, I'll be, like, filled, like, just so the Lord can speak to me and I can stand during the day. Jesus bore everything on the cross, so there's no more excuse for me not to live for him. Like, I'm just so, like, God is good, man. Like, and then this whole, am I in the flesh? Like, am I saved? Like, just all this stuff. Like, what you're saying, just live it. Like, don't be sitting over there, oh, okay, I don't know. Like, just live it, man. Just trust God and walk in it.